What the heck game is this? Seems like a blue screen. Oh, hello. This is Ikenfell. Ikenfell is an adorable little indie, kind of like a JRPG. It actually reminds me a little bit of Costume Quest, at least the way the combat works. Though Costume Quest is, of course, inspired by a lot of games that came before. My problem is I have never really played a lot of JRPGs in my life. I didn't have a Super Nintendo. I didn't get into that genre when it was new and when I was young. I was much more of a PC player, played a lot of Western RPGs. And so a lot of the sort of the traditional elements of that genre are kind of unfamiliar to me. They always feel kind of novel. So here, let me get started. So I am playing this girl. I forgot her name. She's a little redheaded girl, and she is on her way to a magic school. Her sister's at the magic school, and she's trying to make contact, and she's in the middle of sort of a lost fairy tale forest type place. This is the way to the school, but it's treacherous and it's full of monsters. Let's go see some monsters. Okay, so the way the combat works, it's turn-based, but it also does the thing where you have to actually do essentially quick-time events during the combat to maximize your attack and defense. So let's move to our desired position, and then I get to choose what spell to cast. So I can cast, let's see here, yeah, so I can cast Ignite at one target, or if there were multiple targets, I could hit them with a Fireball. No need to do the Fireball, though. Let's do Ignite. And hit this guy. Oh, crap. I was a little late. Oh, he missed too, so that's not too bad. So I need to hit the button right at the moment that my attack hits the character if I want to maximize the damage. So let's back up a little bit because my attacks are all ranged attacks. Let's try this again. So I think, I'm trying to remember now, I think it's the A button that I need to hit. Yep. So if I time it just right, I do maximum damage to him, but I also need to do the same thing when he attacks me. The reason why it said, when he attacked me the first time, it said oops, and I took extra damage, is because I failed to hit a button to defend when his attack was hitting me. So let's move down here. Let's show you what a Fireball looks like. It's against one target. It's not really different from Ignite, except I'm watching a different visual cue. Oh, now he's 3 enemies. So now I should get into a position where my Fireball can actually hit multiple dudes. And so now I need to time this against multiple dudes. And you can see behind my head up here, there's like a... Whoa! Oh, crap! I'm not paying enough attention. I'm so used to, like, in turn-based games, getting to look away from the screen and just sort of chat with you while things are going on, but I have to actually stay on my toes. So... Alright, so I'm in a little bit of trouble. I think if I use Ignite right now, though, I'm going to kill a couple of these little dudes. So I'm not going to heal, because I think I can be more effective. There we go. Yeah, I think I saved myself from more damage just by killing those monsters than I would by healing. And that is kind of how, you know, systems designers think about systems like this. So, like, a lot of the time the calculation is, you know, how much damage can you do to the enemy compared to how much damage they'll do back to you based on the same choice. And it's always kind of an opportunity cost. When you decide to hurt the enemy, you're also deciding that whatever method you use to attack exposes you to a certain amount of damage. And you know, your mission is to try to figure out what's the way that I can do the most damage to them and take the least damage myself. And so you actually can do almost mathematical calculations when you're planning a system like this to sort of figure out what those choices are for the player, and you can almost like break it down into an equation to figure out, you know, how much damage a given attack should do versus, you know, the vulnerability that it sets you up for. Or, for instance, healing. You know, how much should your healing action heal you? Well, the question is, you know, what's the opportunity cost? Like, how much damage could you prevent by not healing and instead attacking the enemy? And you want to balance those numbers out. So when people talk about a game being balanced or unbalanced, a lot of the time that's the kind of work you're doing, is actual, like, math work. You know, it's you know, when my kids are doing their math homework and they're like, "Ugh, why do I have to do this?" I'm like, if you want a job like this one, you have to actually be able to do math. Not Jim Artist says, wait, where the hell are you? This isn't your basement. Did you break into someone's home again? I don't know what you're talking about. I always have this divider behind me, and it always looks the same. I could be in a different room every time I stream, and you wouldn't know. There's a divider behind me. Oh, Not Jim Artist said, I finished Deliver Us the Moon the other day, and holy crap, just holy crap. So, I only played the beginning of Deliver Us the Moon on the stream. I didn't go any further, and so I don't actually know how it ends. It's good to hear that it's actually entertaining. And while I'm talking to folks, I should say hi to to Fluffy Panda, who just joined us too. Anyway, so let's go off this map and... Oh, what's this? University Village. Have I actually found place? Oh wait, I took a bunch of damage that time. Let's I should probably have some shrooms to heal up. I can heal up during battle, but it costs a precious turn, and so I'd like to do it between battles if I can. Out on an errand. We'll return later. Stock Umfrey. This is the kind of names we have in this world. Good to know. It's over here. Some kind of shed. The door is locked. But this building feels oddly familiar. Okay. I'll assume that'll mean something to me later. Whoa, what are you? Oh no! Okay. Time to murder some birds. Alright, so hopefully I'll do a better job of actually paying attention this combat. Oh, it was a little bit off, so I only got nice. Though sometimes, you know, one thing about this game is that... Oh, I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, that's fine. I'll think of it later. It's interesting trying to, like, every time you sort of face a new animation you haven't seen before, you have to kind of guess what the timing is going to be. When you get really good at it, you know, you can maximize your damage, but, yeah. But yeah, you can tell that I am very tired right now from the way that I am. Oh, crap. Yeah, see, I forgot I forgot how fast that guy throws his head at me. There we go. Well, I wish I'd taken less damage, but we're fine. Hey there, Stevo69. Level 3! I just increased in some stuff. Oh yeah, I was going to talk about the fact that the increments are very large, like very chunky numbers. When I say chunky, I mean like, you know, it's effectively the same to play a game where you've got 1,000 hit points and a typical enemy does 100 damage versus having 10 hit points and a typical enemy does 1 damage. That's the same as far as the math goes. And there's different, you know, advantages and disadvantages of each of those approaches. If you have really big numbers, then you've got a lot of granularity. Like, you can have subtle little differences in the damage that things do, and you know, and it can sort of add up over time. You can have like a bunch of small increments, small percentage changes, and each one doesn't matter that much, but you can have a bunch of them, and they can make a really big difference. In a game like this, it's like you'll notice sometimes that there are enemies that only do, like, say, or only take 2 damage from me. And so, you know, if I get a really good hit or a really bad hit, those vary, that 2 by percentage. Maybe it goes down to 1, maybe it goes up to 3, but sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes, like, if the number is low enough intrinsically, there's nowhere for it to go. It can't go up enough to make a difference. And so I really tend to like really chunky numbers just because it's really easy to sort of like grasp the comparisons between things. You know, if something does 1 damage and I have 5 health, well, I know it'll take 5 hits from that to kill me. And it's just really easy math, and it's really easy to sort of like categorize everything in your head. But the cost is you can't make little subtle changes to things. And so, you know, and you kind of see this in the combat here. Like, sometimes me getting a great defense or a nice defense, there's not really a difference between the two because the numbers are so small and so chunky. Yay, I found another shroom. And some money on the ground. I like that birds explode into money. Okay, so this is a very disappointing place that is just full of locked doors. Kind of like reality, you know, whenever I'm running around in a neighborhood, just trying all of the doors like you do. Oh, hey! Oh, whoa! It's always fun when you're running around in your neighborhood trying all the doors when one of them is unlocked and you just come inside. Who's this? There's a secret stash of treasure somewhere in the woods around here. I think it's on the path that leads to the gate, but I can't find it. Okay, good to know. Can I steal your stuff? Pink seeds. I don't know what those are for. Can I interact with anything else in here? It's sometimes hard to tell what you can and can't interact with in this world. So this guy doesn't want me to go to that house. That means I must. Steve69 asks if the Hall of Fame contest has started yet for State of Decay. And no, that is supposed to start tomorrow, I believe. I don't know if it starts like exactly. I think it does start at midnight. So I guess if I stayed up late enough, I could actually compete. But I'm not going to. Because, you know, I can't win. I belong to the company, so that would be silly to try. Yes, be on fire. Alright, let's back that up. There we go. Explode. Alright, so now I will use Fireball and hit you all at once. It is weird that you think of a fireball as being a big single area effect, but instead they make you target each enemy individually, and so it's like 3 different fireballs. Just feels like that's, you know, not quite the spirit of a fireball as I've learned from D&D, but... Oh, who's this? I'm scared to even go outside these days. Everything is weird around here. Luckily, I don't have to go far to stock up on stock cider. I don't know what stock cider is. I'm sure it's delicious, though. Can I rob your house? Fire poker. Ooh, is that a new weapon? Let's see. So I've got a pocket knife already. So the fact that I have to select the character means I'm probably going to have a party at some point. I don't yet, though. Okay, so these two are... Okay, so the fire poker has slightly more power. So I'll switch to the fire poker. So I assume I'll be doing 1 more damage in combat? I assume that's how that works? I don't know. We'll find out. Can I open these boxes? Nope, they're just decor. See, part of it is like my training in modern games makes me expect that when I get close to something I can interact with, something will change about the visual. An icon will appear over it, there will be a glow, something. And this game does not do that. You know, you have to walk up to something and figure out that you can open it. Like, I can't open that, but it wouldn't look different if I could. So it kind of makes you want to sort of just like dry hump every wall, you know. It's like, oh, can I go in here? Is there a secret? The guy said there's a treasure on this path. Can I go over here? Can I go over there? Here's me hitting the button again and again, but yeah. So cats in this game are save points. Meow. And meow is the sound of saving. It's amusing to me that this whole, like, you need to be able to pet animals in video games thing has become so pervasive that, like, they actually made it the save system to make sure that every player got to pet a cat. And I'm kind of like, okay, petting a dog or petting a cat has a certain positive feeling in real life. I'm not sure why you want to do it in a video game. You're not having the real dog petting experience or cat petting experience. It kind of reminds me, it's not quite the same, but it kind of reminds me of this one time when, okay, I think I'm gonna let the bird come to me because I don't think I can. Oh, can I get close enough to ignite it? Let's see. Nope, I can't. So luckily, I'm allowed to back up anytime I want to. Like, all of my decisions are undoable until I've confirmed my attack. So if I get closer and I'm like, oh, this attack doesn't work, never mind. Well, I want to back off and let the bird come to me. Maybe let it get a little bit closer and end my turn. Anyway, it reminds me of this story one time where, yeah, get closer, bird. Wait, what am I doing? I am ending my turn. That's what I'm doing. Anyway, we were... Oh, crap. It can still hit me. We were brainstorming games for kids. I was working at this studio that did mostly movie licensed games for kids, but we knew that kids were our major audience, and so we were trying to come up with, what could we do that's an original IP. We frequently did this. Like every couple of years, we'd be like, we want to make original IP. We're tired of making movie games. Let's come up with an original IP that's ours. And we would, you know, have these big brainstorming meetings, and I loved them. I would always contribute to them, always be filled with hope that we were going to make some cool game, and then we never did. But one of the pitches that somebody made in one of those meetings was that we should make a video game to encourage children to exercise. And so it should be a video game where, you know, you've got a character, you've got to make them exercise, and it teaches you different exercises, and you, like, you know, play the video game to do the exercises. And I'm just like looking at this person like, if you want to encourage children to exercise, the way you want to do it is make a video game for them to sit on a couch and play, feeling like they're exercising but not actually exercising. Now, this was before like things like the Kinect and the Wii came out, and you could actually have someone literally exercise as the video game, and that worked great. You know, Dance Dance Revolution is great exercise, but this person just wanted to make a game where you sit on the couch and you have a character exercise, and that was supposed to be a positive thing that encouraged children to get in shape. I was like, what is wrong with you? Anyway, there's my desired position. I'm going to set this bird on fire. Speaking of, you know, teaching children good thing to do, setting birds on fire, that is definitely on that list. Yes, pop that bird. Pop it. Oh, I'm great at this. So, historically, it has taken me at least 2 hits to kill those mushrooms, but apparently my leveling up and my fire poker made a difference. Hey, that's a red bird. It's a hoppy red bird. I haven't seen a hoppy red bird before. I don't know, I'm nervous. Should I go after the bird? Should I go after the bird? I should go after the bird. Oh, it's a firebird. Well, I am a fire girl. Oh, it was only nice. Oh, good. Yes, please bunch up. Oh. So is that some kind of wind bird? Are these like elemental birds? I didn't imagine it being a wind bird before, because birds are intrinsically wind birds. They're all kind of wind birds. So the fact that it was a bird just seemed like wind makes sense. It was only when I saw the firebird that it started to be weird. So Josh Annalise says, as someone who is allergic to both cats and dogs, the real-life petting experience is not viable for me. I can see that. You know what? That makes perfect sense as a reason why video games should support petting dogs and cats, because if you really are not going to have the real life experience. I'm starting to wonder if I'm allergic to rabbits, because I've had like itchy eyes and stuff lately. My kids did recently get a rabbit. I've never historically had allergies. I'm you know, a lot of people in my family are like, oh, I can't get around this, I can't handle this season because of my allergies, and I've just never had a thing I identified that way. So I don't even know how to be sure that something is an allergy if I'm experiencing it. Oh, you know what? Rather than approaching those birds, I'm going to back off, and I'm going to heal up, because I should have done that before anyway. Yay, I am full of hearts. Ranoth Cord says, 2 birds with 1 fireball? Absolutely. Great. It's interesting how these birds can, you know, effectively, like their shot comes out and it goes in this big arc, and it unerringly hits you. Like must be some interesting math involved in figuring out how to make those things move. It's not as simple as an animation. Like, they're doing something to physically move those things towards my character and have them, you know, always arc and always land. Which, you know, it's not like it's, you know, impossibly complicated, but at the same time, it's more complicated than just doing an animation. So you kind of can appreciate the attention to detail in this game. All right. So we are kind of in an extended intro here. I mean, I got past the tutorial before playing here, but I do hope that at some point before the end of the session we get to at least, I don't know, meet another character, get into a party, something like that. So again, let's use the mushroom. Hey there, Jesse Baker. Thanks for joining us. Oh no, firebirds. Alright, so I want to step here, launch a fireball. It is really helpful at the beginning of a game to limit your options, right? To like let you get really used to a simple version of the game before asking you to understand a complex version of the game. And so on one hand, it's great that they've only given me a couple of attacks, and it's really straightforward. And the game actually even started with only one attack, and I earned my second attack during the tutorial. But you also have to be cautious that you don't leave it in that state for too long. It's like, I'm a pretty impatient player. And, oh, what's this? Yeah, like, I want something to happen, and something to sort of change. I don't want to be, you know, in sort of two-attack mode forever. That's... What is that? It's Safina's hat. I think Safina's her sister. Mine! Huh? Wait, what? Oh, okay. It's a person, not just a hat. What? Oh. Gah. Witch hat. So, one of my favorite things, like that gah sound, one of my favorite things is figuring out the letters to use to create a certain onomatopoeia of like an involuntary noise coming out of somebody's mouth. And I also like interpreting other people's. It's a simple pleasure, but yeah, I enjoy it. All right, mine now, thanks. But that's my sister's hat. Sister? I don't see her. Guess it's mine then. Ugh, let me go. As you wish. Ugh. My hand is burning? So people have new magic too, not just creatures. Wait, so people have new magic too, not just creatures. New witch sticking your head into hats it don't belong in? Stay away from this beret, Frey. Beret, Frey? Stay away. What are you talking about? I would not like for you to get hurt. Yeah, I always take someone seriously when they say, I would not like you to get hurt while hurting me. What was that all about? So this is Ikenfell's outer wall, huh? Ikenfell is a magic school. This game has got a little bit of a Harry Potter vibe to it. But also kind of a, I don't know, fairy tale-ish sort of feel. But Safina would never leave her hat behind. It looks like the gate is just up ahead. So this is the gate to Ikenfell. It doesn't seem to go anywhere. What's this thing? What do we have here? It's making a strange noise. Oh, I assumed that was coming from the gate. Safina? I can hear her voice, but it sounds strange. Younger? Whoa. What was that? Is the world just a little bit grayer right now? Have we gone into the past? You know there was less color in the past. That's how you can tell it's the past. Everything is fuzzy? Like it's all covered in hair? Everything's covered in hair? Oh, who's this? Hello? Oh, excuse me. Are you a ghost too? I've encountered ghosts before. Most of the characters I've talked to have been ghosts. She doesn't even see me. Ah, this place is so weird. What's going on? Ah, what? Must be some kind of weird flashback. I can't wait to learn some cool magic. Safina. Why are you so young? Ahem. Welcome to Ikenfell School of Magic. I see you all have donned your new uniforms. The clasp on your cape bears Ikenfell's insignia. It is enchanted and will protect you within these walls. Now reach in deep into the pockets of your coats, as deep as you can. Huh? My whole arm fits inside. Now what do we have here? And what? Some bottles and pens? Boring. Each witch and wizard has their specialty, magic they excel at. So the reason this is giving me a Harry Potter vibe is probably because they say witch and wizard. Like, the idea of witch and wizard being the feminine and masculine terms for the same thing is something that started with Harry Potter. I don't think that anyone used that terminology together. Like, a witch was one kind of thing and a wizard was a different kind of thing, and treating them like they're just the masculine and feminine forms of the same word was a weird Harry Potter thing, a thing that I reacted strangely to when I first heard it. And so hearing it here makes me feel like, well, this is directly derivative from Harry Potter, because it's such a Harry Potter thing to say. But potions and enchantments are core tools for every spellcaster. You've been provided a basic kit for learning these essential skills. Who cares about that boring stuff? Psst, hey! I can't wait until I can turn invisible. I'll be able to sneak around anywhere I want. Hey, what's your name? It's Petronella. Please, shh. I don't want to get into trouble. By the way, the animations of the game is really cute. They're doing very minimalist stuff with the characters, but like the way they hop around and stuff is very expressive. Heh, you're pretty cute. Ah, yeah, this is going to be great. Ahem, Miss Hildegard. That's me. Call me Saf. Miss Hildegard, I know it's your first day and you're very excited, but please contain yourself, at least until we're inside the walls. Now, this gate may not look like much, but it is. Yeesh. Psst. Hey, Petronella. Who's a crotchety old lady? Who's the... You don't know? That's Headmistress Eldra. She runs the school. Now, shh. You are now witches and wizards of Ikenfell. Let us enter. Well, this is appropriate. We're playing the game Ikenfell for the first time, and we get to find out what Ikenfell is. It's this place. We're about to go inside. Saf, wait! Oh no. What is happening? Is this a memory? A dream? Alright, seems like I'm back to normal. All this magic is just trying to mess with me. I don't get it. But maybe I can find another way inside. Alright. Maybe I can just shove my face against this wall. Against the gate. Nope. Okay, so I feel like I've already explored the other direction though. Oh, who's this? A flying hat? What will they think of next? They told us something strange was happening at Ikenfell, but that sure took me by surprise. This character's face is ridiculous. Looks like a character from, I don't know, Candyland or something. Oh, good morning, Vald. I wish you'd take this more seriously, sir. The forest is out of control. Something strange is happening here. Bax, you need to relax a little. They sent us to take care of it, and we will, as usual. And please don't call me sir when it's just the two of us. Oh, hello there. You must be a student. Actually, Ibn Oxley at your service. And my exceedingly handsome compatriot here is Bax Twyford. But you probably already knew that. So is this... What's the name of that Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher in Chamber of Secrets? Is this that guy? Sorry, I've never heard of you. Really? Well, if you've been paying attention to the magazine covers, you'd know. Yeah, Lockhart. Thanks, Vald. Yours truly is the most powerful wizard in the coven. Bax here is here to assist me on a secret mission for the coven. I told him I was fine on my own, but he insisted. Sir, it's not a secret mission if you tell everybody. Don't be a fuss, it's nothing I can't handle. We're just here to find the headmistress and a red-haired girl. Red hair, teenager, and she doesn't know about the famed Ibn Oxley? Definitely suspicious. Wait, you say you're looking for a red-haired girl? I'm a genius, Bax. We found one of our suspects. I've heard she's one of Ikenfell's most talented students. Let's have a little duel to see what she's capable of. Sir, I don't think that's... You can hang back, Bax. Let me handle this one. Wait! This has happened before. Like, they'll just contrive a reason to have a fight just because that's the core mechanic of the game, and it feels weird if you go too long without one. And so, you know, you're having a normal conversation with friendly people, and you also try to murder them. Prepare yourself for my ultimate attack. One thing I appreciate, though, is the fact that they did find a way to sort of work dialogue and cutscenes into the combat system. It's not uncommon for a game like this to have the combat system and the dialogue out in the overworld or out in the exploration, have them be two completely separate things. But they actually can have characters move around and talk during combat, which, you know, it was helpful during the tutorial because they could just arrange things however they needed to make the combat work as you were learning it. But it also means that, you know, it's nice when the storytelling can happen during the gameplay instead of having the two be treated as like completely separate things that never meet. The Oxley Special. Okay. Okay, I sort of defended there. I didn't quite know what to expect from that. Wait, was that it? Alright, well... Is this where I want to be? Yes. Let's set him on fire. Ibn, please, do not exert yourself. Hey, stop that. Alright, well... I guess I gotta take them both out. One nice thing about a game that is very presentational like this, where it doesn't, you know, it's not trying to like, realistically represent things, is the fact that you can have combat end in the death of the enemies, or you can have combat end in them being unconscious, or them just deciding to stop fighting, or whatever. And there's nothing about the way the combat is represented that means they have to explain, you know, like why someone forgave you for setting them on fire multiple times. Like, you know, I can't actually tell that I'm really hurting him that badly. You know, like if this was like hyper realistic graphics, every time I blasted them, they would literally catch on fire, or I would, like, you know, blood would get out of them or something like that, or whatever. Then it would be much harder to like make it seem like a friendly duel. But they're very flexible because of the sort of the presentation style they've chosen. They're very flexible as to, like, you know, the meaning that they give their combat. They can do a lot more with it within the story without having to, you know, revise the way the whole thing works, which is nice. Anyway, I'm just talking a lot, and I should be setting the healer on fire. That's what you do with healers. Oh, now what? What you gonna do now? You're gonna suck. That's what you're gonna do. Alright. Let's set this idiot on fire! So one thing, I don't think I actually get to know his health. Unless there's something I'm missing. I don't think there's anywhere where I get to see how much health he has left. And so that's actually pretty important to strategy because... Ooh, I got an achievement. It's pretty important to strategy because if you know who's got the least hit points, like a lot of times that's how I'll make my decision. Like say I'm playing Slay the Spire and I've got 3 similar enemies, I'll choose the one with the lowest hit points to fight first because I can take them down quicker and make their damage go away faster. But in this case, I mean, I went after the healer because that seemed like the other way would just be a waste of my time. And you notice they made sure he was healing for much more than my attack was doing, so I could clearly tell that it was just an impossible thing to go after Ibn directly. I had to go after Bax, and it was pretty clever because that meant so they're teaching me strategy, right? By setting up a very simple fight where there's only one way to win, and that's to play a particular strategy. Later on, I'll probably encounter parties that have healers, and it won't be necessarily as obvious in those cases that I need to go after the healer first. And so this made it super, super obvious and the only way to win, so I have to have the experience of doing it at least once. And then later on, I've learned a strategy that I can use. Yay, 1 experience, which actually is meaningful in this game. Yeah, Josh Annalise says, remember, defeat equals friendship. I mean, basically, that actually kind of reminds me a little bit of a couple of different games that I played recently, like Crusader Kings 3. You've got this subterfuge tool you have called Sway, where you make someone your friend, and it says, you know, it prompts you, do you want to use Sway against this character? It's like you're befriending them, but you're using your friendship against them as a weapon. And similarly, like what's it called? Griftlands. You know, they've got some... about half the combat in the game is conversational combat, and it's possible for the result of one of those conversational battles to be friendship. You know, so it is kind of funny ending a battle with friendship, but there you go. What is your strange magic, girl? I've never seen anything like it. Yep, I knew it. She's not our girl. I just had to test her to be certain. Let's go. We have to find a way into the school. It was a pleasure dueling. It's a good thing I went easy on you. My magic is actually much too powerful to be fighting children with. I'm not a child. Wait. Are you looking for... Sorry, no time for autographs. I have a secret mission to attend to. This is absolutely Lockhart. Gah, please don't just vanish without me, sir. Oh, I thought maybe I'd be getting a party. Ugh, is everybody like this in the magic world? But why are people looking for my sister? Safina, what have you gotten yourself into? What? Is that Safina answering? Oh, hey. Alright. Okay, yeah, same building. Oh, who's this? Oh, they took the sign off, wiggled in front of the door, and then went in. The Stock and Barrel. So, look, some ghosts. Are you sure you can finish that? I'll trade drinks if you want. Don't patronize me. I can empty a cup as well as anyone. Buddy is larger than you are. Hello, traveler. Or student. So did this guy just come and unlock this place, but it was already full of customers? No matter. My inn is open to magic folks and creatures of all kinds. Okay, so I can buy some stuff if I want to. I've got plenty of money, but I mean, I guess my pocket knife isn't worth much because I've already got fire poker. I haven't really needed things like bombs. 8 points of area damage, though. I should keep that in mind. Restore 10 hit points to a distant party member. Decreases defense. I'll use this on an enemy, I guess. I should remember that I've got this stuff. And we've got exactly 100 gold, so who wants to mess with that? Hey, Red. Long time no see. Me? Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you were someone else. You do look a lot like her. Since we haven't met, let me introduce myself. I'm Jeanne, the Gem Witch. I do like it when they put question marks in place of someone's name when you haven't met them yet. My sister told me about you. She spoke of a witch who can turn gems into magical items. Correct, and I'm setting up my trade in Ikenfell for a while. But ever since the monsters started appearing, I haven't been able to do my craft. You seem well-traveled. Can I ask you for a favor? What are we going to be doing here? Probably bringing her gems and getting items in return. Let me explain. Ikenfell is full of magic gems. Shiny ones, sparkly ones, rare ones. Even if folks find them, they don't know what to do with them. That's where I come in. With just a few gems, I can work wonders. If you find any, bring them to me, and I can craft you something wonderful. Turn magic gems into useful items? Sounds good to me. It's bad form to set up shop in someone else's establishment, so I've set myself up a cozy little gem trade just outside. Come visit when you've found some gems for me to work with. Alright, cool. And then who are these people? We came so far north just to find the school locked up. I really wanted to see the library, too. It's locked. It is the back room. Can we save? Let's save the game. Okay, so we've been playing for a little while, so I do probably want to quit pretty soon. Oh, wait a minute. There's another door over here. Oh. Somebody's sniffling in this room. Somebody crying? Can't do much with it. Oh, hello. I found a warm snug. What am I going to do with this warm snug? Can I wear the warm snug? So I've got a bandana, and I can trade it for a warm snug. I have more defense, but less speed. Who needs speed? Yay, I have a warm snug now. Is that really a word for that? Steve-O, is that like an English term for a hat? Are they called snugs? Or is it just meant to be a warm, snug hat, and I'm being a weirdo by treating snug like it's the noun? Hey there, Daniel. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay. Some kind of cat door. What? What? Is it? What? Of course. I mean, of course, there's a cat door. Obviously, there should be a cat door. Now what? That is exactly how I'm feeling. You're looking a bit lost over there. Can I whip you up something? It's Marit. Thank you, that'd be great. That ought to do the trick. Yeah, let's drink some fire. Delicious fire. Wow. That's got some fire to it. I call it Hester's Breath. Named after the storybook dragon, of course. Do the witches around here all like spicy drinks like this? Most of them. One of Ikenfell's students actually came up with the recipe for this one. In fact, she looked kinda just like you. Let me guess, Safina Hildegard? The wild child herself. You related? So, I'm an eldest child, and so I never had the experience of like going somewhere and everyone knew my older siblings, because I never had any older siblings. But I've heard that that's a kind of a weird experience for younger siblings to like go through the same school, the same teachers as their older siblings, and have, you know, everyone just make the comment, "You look just like your sibling." I'm her sister. She's gone missing, and I came here myself, hoping to find her. Ah, but now the school's all closed off. I don't know where she is, or if she's even still in the school. Oh, Petronella might know. Petronella? Safina's friend? Petronella was visiting the barrel when the school shut down, but now they're stuck out here with the rest of us. Is Petronella still here? Third room down the hall, where the Sniffles were. But last I saw them, they were looking pretty glum. Good luck to you. Huh. Interesting. So Petronella, just following English conventions, is a pretty feminine name, but it sounds like they're giving her pronouns that indicate that they are non-binary. So that's interesting. Like immediately, you know, you can see, you know, that I'm sort of steeped in the culture I was raised in. I immediately start saying she just because this character's got long hair and is named Petronella. And it's a very easy mistake to make when, you know, just depending on your background and how you grew up. So I'm working on trying to get better at sort of like identifying, like, oh, that's the pronouns for that character. Gonna start using them now. Petronella, is that you? Who is it? My name is Marit. I'm Safina's sister. I'm looking for her, and I was hoping you could help me out. Safina's sister? The door unlocks. You're... Petronella, right? Are you all right? I'm really sorry to bother you, but I'm worried about Safina. I think something's happened to her. So you and Safina met in your first year, right? She's quite the handful, but she usually means well. Josh Annalise says, I wish you could save by petting the cat door. Are you really Safina's sister? Take a look at me. It's obvious, isn't it? I just love how expressive these little animations on these tiny little characters are, practically like little squares. They're getting so much out of so little. She talked about you lots when she came home every summer. Nell never likes any of my plans, but they come along anyway. She says you're an amazing alchemist. Is that like potions and stuff? Yeah. She said that? Yep. She said she'd sneak out of the school all the time, dragging you along. Yeah. At first I was so scared of getting in trouble, but it was always nice to hang out here, away from the other students. I don't know where Safina is either. We have a secret way in, but it only works for Safina. And now I'm locked out and can't find her, and... Hey, I'm so useless. I got stuck out here on my own. I'm such a useless fool. I can't fake hiccup. Just can't. Don't say that. You're not useless. I am. I always have been. I can't do anything without Saf. I'm a horrible friend. Maybe that's what you think, but we're both still worried about Saf. You said there's a secret passage you two used? Do you think you could show me where it is? Maybe, but... I know, you said it only works for Saf, but I know my sister better than anybody else, so maybe I can figure something out. The passage is in the tool shed, outside the inn. Oh, the thing that looked familiar. Well, that makes sense. Do you want to come check it out? Wait! Don't leave me here. I'll go with you. Please don't leave me alone. Of course. Let's go. Saf had a spare key to the tool shed. Stock, the innkeeper, has the only other one. Alright, maybe you'll let us borrow it. Petronella joins the party! This is what I was hoping. Like, you know, I don't want to play a super long session, but I was kind of hoping that I would get to at least see what it's like to play with a party before we quit. Huh. Oh, if it isn't Petronella. Marie got you out of hiding, I see. Hello, Mr. Omfrey. Thanks for letting me stay here. You and Safina always keep me company on rainy days. We were hoping we could borrow your tool shed key. My tool shed? That's where Safina's secret passage to Ikenfell is. That explains it. I wondered how you and Safina were always visiting off hours. We didn't mean to... Don't worry, I'm not going to rat on you. I got up to all sorts of trouble in my own school days. The key is in the cellar, which is full of rats. There's some strange magic blocking the entrance. I haven't been able to get down there all day. More strange magic. Here's the deal. If you two can clear up the entrance for me, the key is yours. Deal. We'll see what we can do. Oh, and before you head down, I picked up some new supplies if you need them. Sure. And so what does he have? I've already got a fire poker. Wait a bit. So how do I mess with her equipment? Okay, so she's got a tree knot, a bandana. Oh, and we've got increased gold dropped by enemies and speed will increase. Oh, interesting. Wait, what does... So I've got a bark strip already. I don't know what the bark strip does, but the fast locket seems valuable because it'll counteract the effects of the warm snug. So that seems worthwhile for her to have. Ooh, some fire, huh? What is this? He said strange magic, so I thought it might be like this. I can take care of this. Poof. What was that? Magic, at least I think. I've been able to do it ever since I got near Ikenfell. I've never seen magic like that before. It's hard to read characters with stutters. Like, it's really persistent, and it's hard to make it sound good. You never had magic before now? Nope. I think all this magic stuff might be why Ikenfell is shuttered. Do you think Saf is okay? We both know she's been in worse spots than this. Come on, let's find that key. Cellar. Floaty stuff. Oh wow, it's worse than Stock Thought down here. Hey there, weird ghost. How do I... Oh, there we go. Hello, I will murder you. Engage. Okay, so let's find out what it's like to fight with Petronella. Okay, so Petronella, what can you do? Got Bubble Snap, which can hit at that range, and we've got Acid Splash. Well, okay, so Acid Splash can hit a line of guys. And then, what about Bubble Snap? Is it just one guy? It sounds like it's just one guy. So I'll want to get people lined up. Oops. Okay, so I didn't get the timing of that right at all. Luckily, I'm more familiar with Fireball. But not that great. Okay, so that was very confusing. I didn't know what to expect from that attack. Okay, so it's got an S shape to it. So when it's coming to the near end of the S, that's when it matters. Okay, so I think... can she hit these guys? She can. Okay, cool. Let's hit both of them then. Okay, so unlike Fireball, that one actually does fire once and hit multiple enemies. Okay, so... Oh, she wants to be standing right where Nell is. Oh well, I guess I'll just do my best. Wait, not Ignite, I want Fireball. Yay, Pop Ghosts. Oh, too early. Oh wait, so we gotta get it exactly right where she needs to stand. It's interesting needing to get familiar with all these attacks. Like, I need to not just learn their value in combat the way you do with a lot of turn-based games, but I actually have to learn, I have to really pay attention to the animations. It's actually kind of... It's a good kind of mechanic to put into a game if you really want people to, I don't know, to sort of pay attention to the animations and to the way the characters move and act, as if, you know, you have to actually time something with the way they behave. Oh, holy crap. Maybe I should have healed. Alright, well, I guess I will attack with her. That seems like the most effective use of her time. But my other character is gonna need to probably heal up. So red mushrooms, I think, heal you all the way, or at least they heal you enough that it feels like all the way right now. That feels like a little bit of a waste, so I'm not going to use that one quite yet. Oh, wow, that was pretty effective for a nice. Alright, so... yeah, that's where I want to be for the Fireball to hit the most enemies. Pop, pop. What's this going to be? Okay, good. Glad I defended from that. I guess... let's go after the little guy. I think we can probably take him out in one turn. Yes. Okay, cool. And then... and I don't know how many hit points to expect this guy to have. Oh, only nice. Okay, so because I don't know how many hit points he has, I feel like I'm kind of obligated to heal because I don't know what kind of damage he's going to do to me next turn, and I don't know for sure that if I knew my next attack was likely to take him out, then I would have just attacked, but I can't be sure. Oh, yeah, I probably would have, but there you go. I think that's one of the reasons why they decide not to show you the enemy hit points, because when you know that much information, it really kind of rules your choices, and I think they wanted you to play just a little differently from that. I think they want you to play this game with some measure of uncertainty and sort of hedging your bets and playing the odds. Okay, sure, let's fight this guy too. We need experience. Okay, well this is perfect for... what's it? Actually, I forgot the name of my main character. Because she's just talking about Safina all the time. Ah, crap. It's slightly late. Alright, well... So this fireball, actually, the timing of it, like, a lot of the attacks in this game, the timing is about the moment they make contact with the enemy, but that fireball is actually, like, it's slightly after. Like, it lands and then it explodes, so you have to time your hit with the later explosion. It's a pretty sensitive little thing, but once you get good at it, then you're good at it, and you kind of know exactly what to expect. You'll notice that I've been most consistent with the timing of the fireball compared with other things. There we go. That wasn't too bad. So Josh Annelly said that, what if there's another game where you saved your game by petting cats, and then later in the game you get a cat that follows you? That actually kind of reminds me. I think I played a game called Vigil. I never streamed it. It just came out, but it's got a similar thing. I think there's like owls or something that you interact with in order to save your game. But you can also bring some essence of that thing with you as a consumable, so you get sort of a limited number of opportunities to save away from the normal save points. And so it sounds like something like that could work. Where it's like normally you just meet cats in the environment, but maybe if you do the right thing, a cat will follow you, and then you get like the ultimate save point. But maybe they'd still want to limit it. Like the cat follows you for a while, but when you save, the cat, snuggles up and goes to sleep or something. So it's not just like we fundamentally change the way the game works all of a sudden. Oh, more of these guys. This game can feel a little bit like a grind sometimes. Alright, so we're going to run low on small shrooms, but that's fine. I always like to use the little healing items first. Save the big ones for when I really need them. Well, thank you for lining up just perfectly for this attack. Okay, so acid splash, sure. Okay, so he couldn't line up with the right position. Like this game, where attacks can hit, it's very, very exacting. And so a lot of times you'll have a character who just simply is unable to attack from a certain position. Or just in a certain scenario, like they'll find that there is no position from which they can attack. That enough? Yes. We're coming up on an hour spent playing this game, so probably should cut it short at some point, but motivate, huh? Well, I've got a new ability now. Alright, well, if we're close, I don't know how big to expect this cellar to be, unfortunately. Oh, a cat. Oh, nope. What do you make of this? You kids cleared the way. Great work. But I don't see the key anywhere. Ah, it's in the chest right... Oh, it was right here. I guess it fell down below. I'll go fetch it. Oh, phew. I thought you might ask me to. I sure don't want to climb into some spooky smoking hole. This reminds me a little bit of Annihilation. Me neither. Good luck, kids. I'll be at the bar if you need anything. It's okay, Nell. Ah, there she goes. No, I'll go down. But please don't leave me up here alone. All right. Well, you know what? That is a very mysterious hole they've got right there. Man, wouldn't you love to know what's in that hole? Well, this game is available on Game Pass, so if you're really interested, you can go find out. But for right now, we're going to cut this video short and go do something else. Possibly play State of Decay 2. We'll see if that's what I do. First, I need to probably get a snack and some caffeine.